In 1977, something extraordinary rolled across the vast Montana plains. The Big Bud 747, a mechanical monster that redefined what agricultural power could be. 1,100 horsepower, 8-foot-tall tires, over 100,000 pounds of pure American steel and determination. This wasn't just a tractor. This was a statement. But here's the question that keeps me up at night. What if we could bring Big Bud back? What if we took everything we've learned about farming technology, environmental responsibility, and operator safety over the past 50 years and built the ultimate Big Bud for 2026? Today, we're going to explore exactly that. We'll pit the original legend against an imagined Big Bud 2026, comparing raw power with intelligent engineering and finding out just how far agricultural innovation has come. If you're excited about this agricultural showdown, hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. To support more content like this, let's start with respect for the original. The Big Bud 747 was absolutely revolutionary for its time. Built by the Wilbur Ellis Company in Havre, Montana, this machine was designed to do one thing: conquer vast acreage with unmatched efficiency. The numbers alone tell an incredible story. That Detroit diesel 16V92TA engine didn't just produce power. It announced its presence with authority. When Big Bud fired up, you could hear it from miles away. The transmission was a manual 6-speed that required genuine physical strength to operate. No power steering assistance here. You earned every turn of that wheel. The tires were legendary in their own right. Those massive 18.4 by 42-inch Firestone Super all-traction tires could distribute the machine's enormous weight while providing incredible pulling power. Big Bud could pull cultivation equipment up to 80 feet wide, covering hundreds of acres per day. But here's what's fascinating about the original design philosophy. It was built like a locomotive that happened to work on dirt instead of rails. Heavy, robust, and absolutely uncompromising. The cab was basic. Essentially a steel box with windows and a seat. No air conditioning, minimal noise insulation, and safety features that would make a modern engineer break out in cold sweats. Now, before we dive into our imagined Big Bud 2026, we need to understand just how dramatically the agricultural world has evolved since 1977. First, there's the regulatory environment. Today's farm equipment must comply with EPA Tier 4 final emission standards, which require massive reductions in nitrogen oxides and particulate matter. The European Union's Stage 5 standards are even stricter. That means our Big Bud 2026 would need sophisticated exhaust, after-treatment systems, selective catalytic reduction, diesel particulate filters, and exhaust gas recirculation systems that simply didn't exist in the 1970s. Safety standards have been completely revolutionized. Rollover protection structures, or ROPS, are now mandatory on virtually all agricultural equipment. Seatbelts, emergency stops, and lockout systems are standard. The cab that was once just shelter is now a sophisticated life support system. Technology integration has exploded beyond anything imaginable in 1977. GPS guidance systems now allow tractors to work with centimeter-level accuracy, day or night, in any weather. So what would a Big Bud designed for 2026 actually look like? Let me paint you a picture of agricultural perfection. Starting with the power plant, our Big Bud 2026 would likely feature a diesel-electric hybrid system. Think of it as combining the best of traditional diesel reliability with cutting-edge electric efficiency. The primary engine might be a Tier 4 final compliant diesel, perhaps a Caterpillar C32 or Cummins QSK19, producing around 800 horsepower. But here's where it gets interesting. That diesel engine would primarily function as a generator, feeding power to electric motors at each wheel or track station. This hybrid approach offers incredible advantages. Electric motors provide instant torque at 0 RPM, meaning unmatched pulling power from a dead stop. The diesel engine can operate at its most efficient RPM, regardless of ground speed, dramatically improving fuel economy. And when you need maximum power for the heaviest pulls, both systems work together. The transmission would be fully electronic. No clutches, no gear shifts, just smooth, infinite variability controlled by advanced software that optimizes power delivery based on load, terrain, and conditions. Instead of those massive single tires, our Big Bud 2026 would ride on intelligent track systems. These wouldn't be simple rubber tracks. We're talking about adaptive tracks with variable ground pressure, active suspension, and integrated sensors that monitor traction and adjust automatically. The cab would be absolutely revolutionary. Picture a pressurized, climate-controlled environment that's quieter than a luxury sedan. Panoramic windows would provide 360-degree visibility, supplemented by cameras and sensors that eliminate all blind spots. The operator interface would be fully digital. Touchscreens, voice control, and augmented reality displays showing real-time field data, equipment status, and optimization recommendations. The machine would even feature predictive maintenance systems, alerting operators to potential issues before they become problems, and providing detailed diagnostic information to streamline repairs. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: cost. The original Big Bud was expensive for its time, but our imagined 2026 version would be dramatically more costly. The advanced electronics, emission systems, and hybrid powertrains don't come cheap. However, the return on investment could be compelling. Improved fuel efficiency, reduced labor costs through automation, precision application of inputs, and reduced maintenance through predictive systems could offset the higher initial cost. Plus, the machine would likely have a much longer, useful life, thanks to advanced materials and construction techniques. So which Big Bud reigns supreme? The answer depends entirely on what you value most. If you're drawn to raw, uncompromising power, if you believe that bigger and louder is always better, then the original Big Bud 747 will always hold a special place in your heart. There's something absolutely compelling about a machine that solves problems through pure mechanical advantage, with no computers, no sensors, just steel and determination. But if you appreciate the evolution of technology, the importance of environmental responsibility, and the potential for machines to work smarter rather than just harder, then Big Bud 2026 represents everything that's exciting about the future of agriculture. The real beauty of this comparison isn't about declaring a winner. It's about appreciating how far we've come. The original Big Bud was a product of its time, pushing the boundaries of what was possible with 1970s technology and engineering philosophy. Our imagined Big Bud 2026 represents the culmination of 50 years of innovation, learning, and technological advancement. Both machines share the same fundamental spirit: the belief that agriculture deserves the biggest, most capable equipment we can build. Whether that's achieved through raw horsepower or intelligent systems, the goal remains the same: helping farmers feed the world more efficiently and effectively. The original Big Bud proved that sometimes you need to think bigger. Big Bud 2026 would prove that thinking smarter might be even more important. And perhaps that's the real lesson here. The best solutions often come from combining the bold ambition of the past with the intelligent innovation of the future. What do you think? Would you choose the raw power of the original, or the sophisticated intelligence of our imagined 2026 version? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into agricultural engineering, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more content exploring the fascinating world of farming technology. Your support helps me create more videos like this one.